Welcome to the SEO.co Search Engine Optimization Podcast. Digital marketing essentials and next level tactics. From offsite and on-site optimization to persuasive selling and everything in between. You'll learn actionable tips on what it takes to outright and outrank your competition. Now, here's your host, Nate Need.
Welcome again to another episode of the SEO.co Search Engine Optimization Podcast. Today's episode, we are going to be talking a little bit about auditing, website audits, what's included in an SEO audit, and might be included in a on-site content audit. Audits are a critical component of SEO success for any website online. Doesn't matter what you do, whether you're e-commerce, service-based business, or maybe a SaaS company. Doing a regular audit of both your on and off-site SEO elements is a critical component. And what we're going to do is do a quick run through of the components that should be encompassed in a full SEO audit of your website, why they're important, and we'll link in the show notes to some references that should be helpful for determining what you should look for in an SEO audit. There are a number of tools out there that will provide an automated version of an audit. There are countless versions of them, and they're extremely helpful. It's oftentimes, especially when it comes to a content audit, not just kind of your backlink audits or auditing your backlink profile, but there are some of the tools out there don't really have the qualitative and human-based lookups of what's important. So if you're doing a content audit, for instance, just your on-site content and how it's performing, you can't automate everything. So audited elements in your content audit should include the following, but we'll also discuss some kind of qualitative pieces that you'll want to run manually once you have a complete audit. And a lot of times these audits, you can automate some portion of them, but an SEO firms do a pretty good job of doing audits and a full site audit as well. When you're doing an audit, you're going to want to look for duplicate content issues as well as thin content, and that also would be included in a content audit, which is generally separate. You're going to want to audit your URL structure, title tags, meta tags, inbound links. And an inbound link and a link audit is, it's kind of more of an offsite audit. It can also be its own separate beast, checking out spam backlinks, which we've discussed before, seeing if you have any negative offsite links. So that's an important piece of your onsite audit. What's your keyword focus? What anchor text is currently linking to you? Does that anchor text match what you want it to match? Or is your homepage linked to with a bunch of spammy exact match anchor text, or is it linked to using your brand and branded anchors? Important part of your audit is checking your page load speed, fixing any code issues, CSS lookups, JavaScript that might be slowing down the load speed of various pages on your site. Code validation is an important part of your audit, making sure your code is up to speed and up to snuff. And that usually when you're doing code validation as part of your audit, you're checking again against the page load speed. What about your image alt tags? Online and as well as online videos, your image descriptions and alt tags are an important component. They do weigh into the full on-site kind of on-page SEO elements. So understanding and knowing what those alt tags are they matching what you want that page to rank for? If not, then you should be updating those. And then, of course, outbound links. What are you doing with your outbound linking structure? How are you performing those outbound links? Links per page, whether they're do follow, no follow, sponsored. All of those elements are going to be completely and utterly important for determining and having a complete on-site audit. When you have an SEO agency perform your audit, your understanding here is really to improve the user experience and how the search engines might view your website. It's important as well to consider your audit for for a number of reasons outside of the user experience, but also to do a regular checkup. Your audit should be something that you're performing on a regular basis, whether it's quarterly or annually, at least minimally quarterly. On a quarterly basis, you should be taking a look at your backlink profile, the page authority of your page, the number of linking domains, what your anchor text looks like, what your internal linking structure looks like. Is the content on your website performing properly? And I'm going to link to the show in the show notes to kind of the content audit piece, because Google wants to see and deliver content, and the search engines want to deliver content that people want to see. So if your content is either thin or non-performing, maybe it's worthwhile to either cull that content, combine the content, perform redirects, and ultimately improve it so that it actually ranks better for something rather than nothing. A big thing that a lot of people and a lot of SEOs have been seeing lately is that content just for content's sake is dead. And that includes both off and on-site content. So expanding out and making sure that your content truly is authoritative is an extremely important part of your overall SEO audit. We hope you enjoyed this episode. We'd love to hear your feedback in the notes here, and we look forward to seeing you again soon, and would love to hear what you want to see next. What would you like to include, like us to include in these podcasts? Please put your comments in the notes below, and we look forward to seeing you here again soon.
Thank you for joining us on the SEO.co podcast. We appreciate your time. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show, and visit SEO.co for more resources based on today's topic, as well as access to more podcast episodes to help you improve your site's long-term SEO success.